It's time to focus on the things you need, the things you deserve. You deserve a healthy body, supplements that get you moving and keep you moving, that make you feel good, look good, do good. And they shouldn't contain GMOs, artificial ingredients, or heavy metals, ever. Supplements that are clinically studied, use proven absorption technologies, are designed by scientists, and are ethically sourced and produced. Supplements with everything you need, nothing you don't. You deserve a company that you can trust, that's dedicated to safe manufacturing practices and third-party testing, that ensures the highest quality of effectiveness from extraction of ingredients all the way to the composition of the packaging. Wait a second. You deserve to see the process. You deserve a company led by a CEO with a deep belief in the power of people, dedicated to inspiring entrepreneurs to achieve success. A company with a phytonutrient chemist and expert on natural molecules who is obsessed with human health and has your best interest in mind to design its products. A board comprised of talented doctors from around the world. You deserve to be surrounded by people you trust and look up to. Empowered ambassadors that inspire wellness every day. Leaders who are rooting for you to be the best version of yourself. A community that works hard and plays hard. You deserve to experience adventures that take you around the world. And you deserve to be recognized for your hard work. It's time to get what you deserve. It's time to shift your focus. 3.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in. This is Kim Hui coming to you live from Los Angeles. And I want to welcome you to our onboarding call. And this is a global onboarding call. And we're really excited to welcome you to this onboarding call. And the intention and the purpose of this call is to really guide a group of new entrepreneurs that are coming on board with us. And so first, I want to congratulate you for making the decision to want to learn about this new business platform and getting involved. And so I think before we start, I think it's important for us to learn and to have a better understanding of what this business platform is. Because I could tell you, after spending 32 years in this space, this is really the most misunderstood industry ever, at least in my opinion, okay? So what I like to do is, maybe perhaps through my sharing, through this onboarding session, you get to learn more about what this new business paradigm is. Because I believe when we have the right perception of and the right understanding of what it is that we're doing, it kind of helps us guide us. It put things into better context of how you proceed on this journey. So with that said, I actually have prepared a PowerPoint. And so of course I got help. I got Samson to help me also help me put some of the graphics together for all of you for this global onboarding call. So with that, let me go ahead and share my screen with all of you. So this is an onboarding call. When we were designing this flyer, it was interesting, right? At first we go, well, the trains that I grew up with is a choo-choo train, right? But it's a little dated, right? Nowadays, like bullet trains. So we thought, well, why don't we do that? So this is an onboarding call, and we have this every Monday, United States time, Monday morning, 6 a.m. right here in LA. Okay, all right. Now, let me continue on with this. Okay, all right. So now let's understanding what business model we're doing. So I'm going to go over something that perhaps most of us can relate, and that is the typical traditional business model. Okay, and so typically with the traditional business model, first, some of the requirements. First, you got to have an office, right? You got to have a storefront. You got to have an office. Then you're going to have staffing. You're going to have staff, customer service. People to work in your business. right? Now, then, if you're a business owner, you got to stock inventory. You got to have inventory to sell, to promote your products. Then, some of you that, some of us that have a traditional business, we might have to deal with manufacturing, right? Have people to manufacture our products, right? Then, if you're a little bit bigger business, you have your own R&D, your own research and development departments, right? And then nowadays, if you have a business, most of the time you will have to have a website, right? Then, when you're running a business, you need to have a business management system to manage and run your business. Then you got customers, you got to fulfill the product, right? So you got logistics that you have to deal with as a traditional business model or business owner, okay? Then, if you got product and services to promote, you're going to work on your marketing, right? Then you got your product and services to promote. You got to have salespeople to help you promote and sell your product and services. And above all, this is DIY, do it yourself, right? So you have to build everything from scratch in building your own business. So how is that different in nowadays? What has how does technology change the way we run our business? There is such a thing as called sharing economy, the power of sharing economy. Let me kind of share with you what I mean. Most of you know what it is, but I think maybe through these pictures, through the way it's articulated, it helps you get a better grip of what it is and what it is that we do, okay, in this platform. So typically in the sharing economy, there's a platform provider, right? So in the case of most of us know this, Uber, right? That's a platform provider. Lyft. And for some of my friends in Asia, we use Grab, right? And very popular, Airbnb. So what is common in this sharing economy? And that is all the participants, they provide services by sharing their own assets. What do I mean by that? Like let's say if you're Uber driver or Lyft or Grab, you use your own vehicle, right? Then you provide a service to consumers, okay? So Airbnb, you have your own property, your house or back house or whatever. You share your assets. That's a sharing economy. You share your assets with other people by providing services. And so that is sharing economy. When you share your assets and then you provide a service that allow you to participate in the economy in the past. The Airbnb is kind of taking out the hotel economy, right? And the Uber, the transportation, Uber, Lyft, Grab, it's now participating in the economy. In the old days were dominated by taxis and whatnot. Okay. So that's called sharing economy. Now, what is our business like? The business model that you got involved with? Because I think having the right perception and the right understanding of what it is, then that will help you guide you on how to go about proceeding and presenting the business. Okay. Now, so sharing economy, we are also sharing economy, but via a slightly different business model. It's via a cross-border e-commerce model. Okay, what does that mean? What does it look like? Well, first, you got to have a platform provider. Okay, so in this case, the platform provider is 3 International. Okay, now participants, people like you and I, we are participating just like Uber driver or Lyft. They're participating in the Uber platform. So here we are the participant as brand ambassadors for using the platform provider called 3 International. So what do we do as participants? We share, not our assets, okay? Well, we share and promote products and opportunities with our network. That's what we're sharing, our network. And then the services we're providing, we're promoting the product and services. Okay. So it's a sharing economy, but rather than sharing my car, I'm sharing my network. I'm promoting it to my network, something that I believed in, something that I'm benefiting from, the products I am loving, right? And so now, but it's cross-border. Like if you have a vehicle, you have a car, or you have a house geographically located. Let's say you have a house in LA, you're doing Airbnb. So you can only service that area. If you have a vehicle, you're a Uber driver, you can only service the vicinity that your vehicle is in, right? Or you want to drive it too. But here it's cross-border because if through social media or through, your upbringing, your friends and technology, you have friends all over. Well, wherever the provider, the platform provides, you can actually do cross-border because you're no longer bound by a vehicle or a house. Okay. So that's why it's so powerful to be doing sharing economy using cross-border e-commerce because you're no longer geographically bound because our network is everywhere. Wherever your network is, wherever the provider provides, the country that we're operating in, then you can participate. All right. Now, so why is it this is a turnkey business system? Like we talked about a little bit earlier about the traditional business model, what requirements are, what it entails, right? So check this out. This is a turnkey business system. Why? Because when for those of you that are already on board, and that's why you're on this call, right? So you're on board. What comes with it is a unique replicated website that is replicated from 3 International. Okay. And what comes with that as well is an e-commerce ready shopping cart that has the global pay in and pay out solution. What does that mean? When you have an e-commerce ready website, your customers, your friends, when they want to purchase product, when they want to participate in this sharing economy, the e-commerce website able to take in different currencies or wherever they are, the global pay in, and then when people earn money, then the provider able to go global payout solution to pay them wherever they were operating in. Okay. So that's what's called global pay in and payout solution. If you were a traditional business owner, you would have to have your own merchant ready account, get your merchant account ready to take in money here and pay out money there. But all this is part of the turnkey business system. All right. Also, what comes with that is a back office management system that kind of manages and tracks your business. Wherever your customers are coming in, whenever they make a purchase of product, you can actually see it online, real time, as to how your business is doing. It monitors and tracks everything for you. Okay. Now, what comes with it also, why is it turnkey? You don't have to hire your staff to do customer service. We have corporate headquarter and several international offices with customer service staff to support your business. When you have customers that are using the product, buying the product, should they have questions, they can contact customer service. So I don't have to do the heavy lifting. Okay. All I do is share my network and promote the product and services and the opportunity to my network. Okay. So now, also, the company does the provider does all the heavy lifting. They stock and manage inventory. That's not something you and I have to do. Okay, we don't have to be like have a whole bunch of product that we have to stock and manufacture, right? So this company, the provider handles all the manufacturing and research and development, right? And they handle all the shipping logistics and the delivering logistics. So, everything when your customer go on your website, place an order, guess what? The company will process it, handle the transaction, handle the money, and they will drop ship it to your customer wherever they input it, wherever countries that we're operating and we're shipping to. Okay. All right. Now, another thing. The company also provides all marketing tools for us, with QR codes and links so that you can everything's prepped, everything. So it's a turnkey. Everything's done for you. All you have to do is grab the link, click the link, and send it to your friends. That's how you part of the promoting process. Okay. And, instead of DIY, do it yourself or building it from scratch, the company provides trainings via live events. We have live events, online events, social media apps that will help you, that will teach you how to promote your business. Okay. So that's why it's a turnkey. Like the other traditional business model, you have to do everything yourself, but everything right here is prep for you. So now let's talk about, so now that you got involved, let's talk about how do we go about setting up our business? That's why it's called onboarding. All right. Now, step one, okay, you got to log into your back office and to review to make sure all the information was keyed in properly when you're entering the information, to make sure it's all there. Second step, very important. You want to activate your electronic wallet, because as you begin to earn your commission from promoting the product, as you're building the business or building your commissions, you want to make sure that you tell the computer where to send your money. For those of us that are in the United States, they have ACH. Or wire, you can have the money ACH to your bank account or wire to your bank account. Same thing with some of the international market as well. Okay, so make sure you activate your e-wallet right away. Okay, number 3, we have different apps that you can download. One of which is the 3 app. Yeah, you can get all the information and all the updates, and it's very useful. You can actually, through your app, you can send a link to your friends and potential customers and prospects. Okay. All right. Step number 4, you got to learn about the resources and the training and the support that's available to you. This is a business, so it does require you to invest time to learn how to work the business. It's interesting, right? If you were to open a restaurant, you have to learn all the different departments and different things and different tasks. Well, same thing here. You got to invest time to learn this new paradigm, a new model. Okay. Last but not least, you got to have a business plan and work your business plan. Okay. So we're going to unpack each one of those 5 categories in this onboarding call. All right. Step 1. Okay. Accessing your back office. Everybody, when you become a brand ambassador, it comes with a back office. And the link right there is office.3international.com. Okay. When you go there, everybody, you should already have your username. If you don't know your username, make sure you talk to your sponsor. There's a phone number that you can call customer support to find out hopefully you know your username is, okay? So you will have your username and your password. That's how you log into your back office. And so you will want to review to make sure all the information is entered correctly. In your back office, very important. Make sure that the checks are going to the right people, right? And the product is shipping to the right address. And then step 4, set up your e-wallet, like I talked about earlier. Number 5, download the app. Okay, so this is on the back office, assessing your back office. Just like setting up, this is like officiating your business. Okay, all right. Now, the resources. So there's 2 types of resources. One is provided by corporate. Second is provided by field leadership. Okay. Corporate does all the heavy lifting, does all the admin, administration, and then the field is the one that's promoting, driving the sales force, if you would. Okay, all right. So now let's look at the corporate resources, what they are. So first, you have the customer service support. You can do it through the phone number. We have a phone number you can call. You can go to 3international.com. There's a phone number right there for customer service. And then you can also do customer service via email or online chats. In your back office, there's an online chat with during office hours. You can do an online chat with customer service. Okay. Now, for international markets, there's customer service for international markets. We can do it because of long distance, different phone number and time zone or whatnot. You can do it through WeChat or WhatsApp, or another very prominent app that most people in Taiwan use is called Line. You can do Line, WhatsApp, WeChat. And so these are some of the international market customer supports. Okay. All right. And by the way, we have got offices in Taiwan and soon Malaysia. We have a warehouse in Singapore, Hong Kong, and Indonesia. All right. Now, so also, like I said earlier, some of the tools, marketing tools, are all prep for you. It's done for you. Okay. And so we have marketing tools with QR code and links through your websites, your own website. So when you grab the link on the marketing tool from your own websites, you send it to people. When your friends, your prospects, your potential customers, when they click the link, it's automatically linked to your shopping cart. It's really cool. Okay. That's why it's called turnkey. All right. Now, corporate also have corporate YouTube channel as well, for product information. It's very informative. I found it very educational. Okay. So that's a corporate YouTube channel, as well as corporate has social media via Instagram, Red Notes, or also known as Red Book, WeChat, and WeChat official accounts. Okay, so these are the social media that the company does on Instagram. Company promotes this and that. So make sure that you familiarize with it, and so you can get connected. All right, now. Also, again, like I said, the 3 app for science and product training on the 3 app, as you could see on the screen on the phone. Thank you, Samson. All right. So also we have a website called the 3Wall, and it's wall.3international.com for the latest corporate updates. So whatever corporate update, that's the first place you see on there. So 3Wall is for all the latest corporate updates, promotions and whatnot. And the 3 apps is mostly for science and product training. All right. Now, so I went over the corporate support, right? The resources. Now, this is the field resources. Us in the sales and marketing, we're in the field. So the field resources and support. What you're seeing on the right side is what we call the Wow Book. There is a digital version that you could get for free. And so all the digital, this Wow Book is digital. You get a link. It's a book. You get a link. And actually, you can actually click the link on the book, it would take you to the video. So if you don't get one, make sure that you talk to your sponsor or your upline leader, and they will be glad to send you the Wow book. Okay, wow, isn't that incredible? This whole project actually got initiated from Sedona. So you see the red rocks over there. All right, so step number one, what's the resource? Step number one is your sponsor, the person that sponsor you in the business, the person that introduce you to the business. That's your sponsor. Now, sometimes your sponsor may be just as new as you, right? And so in this business, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You have a whole team of people who really, care about your business, because in our business, we can only become successful when we help other people become successful. It's like what Zig Ziglar said, right? When you help enough people to get what they want, you will get what you want. Okay. So it's a really incredible model. Okay. So the other support you have is your upline leaders. So if you don't know who they are, then you can talk to your sponsor and say, listen, what are some of my upline leaders I can assess, I can talk with, right? So that's another support system that you have. And then we have lots of weekly live Zoom calls, because we are in 15 countries, 15 markets. So I mean, 14 countries and 15 countries and territories, I would say. And so to accommodate that, the breadth of that kind of sales force, we have to have Zoom, right? And so we have live Zooms. And so let me kind of go over what are some of the Zoom calls that you could plug in. All right. So number one, it is the opportunity showcase. Now, this is called leverage. That you don't have to DIY everything yourself. Okay, the opportunity showcase. We have professional, well, really knowledgeable people. We're not like professional speakers. We got good at it by doing it over and over and over through experience, through trial and error, actually, right? And so we have opportunity showcase that are by people, by leaders that have tons of experience, are very good at presenting the business on a global stage. So because we broadcast those every Monday, United States time, Monday at 5 p.m. Those are global showcase. And those calls are for you. Let's say you connected with your friends, and when they're interested, they ask you what it is. Instead of you trying to present it, you send them a link so that they can participate and watch that live call with you. It's really fascinating to see how we build the last 2 years, because not only do you have a presentation, there's also typically 3 sharings in each showcase. People, from different parts of the country or different parts of the world, they share about their experiences, they share about why they joined this platform or what the product or the business has done for them. It's really empowering. And so that's the opportunity showcase. Then we have launched this global onboarding call. So people that got it, they say, you know what, I really like what I see. I really like the global community. I love, the bonding in this community. And so they want to join us. So once they join us, then we have this, what we call the onboarding call. And these onboarding calls are very early in the morning for me, 6 a.m. in LA time, right? And so, and by the way, we have different personalities, different leaders with their own unique perspective, their own unique experiences that will be doing these types of calls. So every call is different. You get different personality, different experience, different sharing. Okay. So the onboarding call is every Monday at 6 a.m. Right. And then for those people who really want to learn about the science, learn about the product, we have our Wellness Wednesday. Well, it will be a Wednesday in the United States. So now we've changed it to call the Wellness Exchange. And the wellness talk is usually we have a healthcare professional and we have an interviewer and we have several people sharing. So it's really, to me, it's very entertaining in such a way that's not too sciencey, but there is science talk. But at least each and every time I learn different things from different speakers and different presenters. And every time I hear amazing testimonials about the product, it's fascinating for me. And so the Wellness Wednesday, that's on Wednesday at 5 p.m. And then we have the Empowerment Hour, and that's every Tuesday, also 5 p.m. LA time, and on Tuesday. Okay, so that's the Empowerment Hour. And then we also have our weekly call. It's called Global Connect Call. And those are the business training. We have different topics as you begin to build this business. There's different modules, if you would. There's different stages in you to build a business, right? When you're beginning, you're going to learn onboarding. Then you're going to learn to tell you how to brand your story, tell your story. Just like, when you have an Airbnb, how do you describe your home? Like you're marketing your Airbnb to potential customers. How do you brand your property, right? So here, how do you brand your story? It's a 3-minute story. So the business training have different topics, right? One is how to brand your story, then how to connect with your friends, and then how to, enroll, how to follow up. So there's a whole series of different trainings that we've launched. And so that is the Global Connect call, which is every Wednesday morning, 6 a.m. All right. Okay. So those are the live Zooms, and all those live Zoom calls are being recorded. So they'll be archived in our Spark Global YouTube channel. And I could tell you this, the last 2 years, we have hundreds of videos. And so you can learn from different personality because different background resonates with different people. Maybe you like me, hopefully you do. And if you don't, there's other people that you can learn from, right? And so it's really, to me, it's very expansive for me to really to unpack some of the stories and learn some of the people's stories, why they're doing this, what the business have done for them. Incredible. So Spark Global YouTube channel, that's our official channel that you can look at some of the archive videos. So all the live calls are being recorded and they'll be uploaded to our Spark Global channel. All right. Now, like I said in the beginning, we have the digital wow book. Welcome Orientation Workbook. There's a little bit more detail so that you can go over that with your sponsor. They're there to guide you to walk over the WOW book. So got a little bit more detail. Okay. All right. Now, we also have local meetings, regional meetings. Some of you, maybe your sponsor, your leaders might run local meetings at hotels or maybe at their residence, what we call PBR, private business receptions, okay, or coffee shop meetings and whatnot. So I have done a lot of coffee shop meetings, right? So I go from latte to latte to latte to latte, right? Building this business all over. And that's beauty. It's global mobility. If there's a coffee shop, there's a desk, a chair, as there's a smartphone, then I can do the business. All right. So, okay. We also have national and international showcases. As a matter of fact, I'm really excited. We are actually going on to a tour in July to officially do a grand opening for Malaysia office and Taiwan office. So, okay. So in these usually typically grand showcases, there are trainings and it's by scientists, doctors, and so as a matter of fact, we have one coming up in Salt Lake City in June. So that's our 2nd-year anniversary. And so I do hope to meet you guys at the convention in Salt Lake City in June. All right. Now, so how do we go about to activate your business plan? What are some of the things that you have to do? So I'm going to give a quick rundown, an overview, how we go about activating your business. Okay. Number one, very important. You got to identify what is your why. I know we heard it so often. There's books about it. There's many people talk about it. What is your why? For me, it's what is something that motivates you? I mean, like if you're working a job, and most people work a job, what got you out of bed every day? To some people, it's like they got to put food on the table. Well, the reason why you need your why is this, you know, in this business, not everybody, especially in the beginning, is when something's new, not everybody see it for what it is. And some people see it with a tinted lens. And that tinted lens is their past experiences, past judgment, past hearsay, and they will judge what you're doing. And so what keeps you in the game, what keeps you in the business is your why. Okay. So you have to ask your what motivated you to do this. Okay. What is your goal? Okay. And then when you identify your why, you need to write your story. Your story is your branding for this project. Just like what I shared earlier. If you have an Airbnb, you gotta write a little description what your Airbnb, how does your if let's say your Airbnb you charge $199 a night and the other one charge $149 a night or $150 a night, people's gonna see what is the difference, right? Of course, right here, you and your friends, you want to have your story so that your friends know why you're doing this. And that's your branding. That's your story. Story doesn't have to be very long. It's 1 to 3 minutes. Okay. All right. Now, the second thing you do is to identify your top 20 prospects, top 20 colleagues. Okay. So, what people often ask me, what are some of the things you look for in these colleagues? And this is what I'm looking for. Number one, these top 20 people that trust you. Okay. Trust is very important in the beginning when you're building your business. People that trust you, they go, you know what? I like you. I trust you. You have credibility with me. And number two, you want to look for people who want more in life. It doesn't necessarily more money. It doesn't necessarily mean more money. It could be more health, more wellness, more vitality, more meaning, more connection, more time. Yeah, more money. So more abundance, people that want more. And so that's important because you are here to build a business. You're the CEO of your company. What you're looking for is you're looking for your top senior management to help you build this business. When they come in as your top senior management, they are the CEO of their company, and they're also looking for their top senior management. So it's important that you identify the top 20 people. Okay. So number one thing you look for, people that trust you. Number two, okay, people that trust you, meaning people have a connection with you. Okay. And so number two, people that want more in life. People that have I wouldn't say ambition. People want to have an aspiration for something more, right? And then, very important, you want to look for people that are like-minded individuals, okay? In the beginning, it's very important, okay? And people that have work ethics, people that are willing to do work to get to where they want to go in life, right? And not the entitlement, right? So, okay, now, and step number three, you want to connect with your top 20 prospects by leveraging the tools, events, and your sponsor to help you share the opportunity. Now, I have dealt with all kinds of people. When I deal with a lot of professionals, typically they're like, I got this. I don't need to talk to my sponsor. I'm going to go present it. You could do that, okay? So, but I would suggest you work with your sponsor or your upline leaders. Let them, because with you and your prospect, you guys have a relationship. You have a connection. But you want to, and you have trust. You want to leverage your sponsor's expertise so they can present the business properly to your prospects so that they see it for what it is. So this is very important. You got the leverage right here. It's not DIY anymore, okay? You have leverage of the expertise and experience from your sponsor and your upline leaders. And also video links, live Zoom calls. So edify those events to your people and have them plug in. Instead of you trying to explain, you leverage the tools available to you. Okay. All right. Number four, connect with your sponsor and or your upline leader to work on your wow book. Because in the wow book, it goes over a lot more detail than what I'm doing right here. Okay. All right. Now, number five, it's a business. You have to invest time to learn and to grow your business. It's not coming today and rich tomorrow. No, 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 no. You got to do work, okay? But it's fun work. And the way I look at it, this is the best self-development course, but with a comp plan attached to it. It's been said over and over in our industry. So it truly has been. I mean, for me, besides the blessing of the abundance I was able to blessed to have in this space, I would tell you the best thing that's ever done for me was to tap into the potential. the ability I didn't know I had. But it was a journey. It was, and this is definitely a journey for everybody. All right. Now, so there are some of the gentle reminders as you embark on this journey. Number one, building a solid business takes time. It's not overnight. I mean, think about it. When you go to college, do you graduate? Boom, next year? No, most people go through 4 years of college, okay? Some five, okay? So and then you go find a job. But here's in this business takes time. We call it you earn while you learn. Unlike a school, you learn and then you earn. Here is you're learning and you're earning at the same time. You get to leverage the expertise of people that's in the field. All right. Number two, you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Okay. Again, you have a whole team of people who care about your success, who want you to be successful. All right. And this is another gold. This is the golden tip. Okay. We call it SW, 4 SWs and 1 N. Okay. Let me tell you what it stands for. Okay. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. Next. Okay. A lot of people go, some will, some won't, so what? They quit. Okay. Now, when you know your why, your goals, you won't quit because you want to make this. You want to achieve your goals and dreams. This is, it's been said in this platform, it's the average person's best chance. It truly is. Most people don't have the capital or the know-how to start a traditional business that we went over earlier. But here, it's a sharing economy leveraging a cross-border e-commerce. Okay. So company does all the heavy lifting for you. Okay. So anyway, so remember, when you have a new concept or even a concept that most people misconstrue that as a old one. Oh my God. Like when you look at a phone, they go, oh yeah, it's a phone. No, there's different versions of phone. Today's iPhone or smartphone, it's a fax machine, it's a music player, it's a phone, it's my television, it's everything on here. In the old days, a phone was just a phone, right? So times have changed. And so when you talk to people, not everybody are up to date with what's happening, what's been evolved in this space. Okay. So understand this, some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. Someone is always waiting. Someone's always open and looking for opportunity. It's just waiting for us to go knock on that door. Just like me 32 years ago. It took someone to lay me off for me to go, uh-oh, I got my college degree. I worked in corporate America for 10 years and I'm out of a job. What do? I need to find a way. And I refuse to go work a job to be laid off ever again. So I want to become an entrepreneur. And I found this. I found this platform. I found this industry, because I didn't want to work a job and then 10, 20 years later to be laid off again. And so you got to have your why. You got to have something that drives you to pursue something, pursue your dream. Okay. So 4 SW and 1 N. Next, we have what we call the 5 M's, all these alphabets, right? Okay, what 5 M stands for is more meetings means more miracle. It's all about exposure. How many people are you exposing to the business? How many people are you talking? How many people are you showcasing, sharing this opportunity with? So meetings is about meeting. And so showcasing the meeting. Who are you meeting with? Who are you taking people to the meeting? The meeting could take forms of a Zoom. Okay. So 5 M's, exposures. More meetings means more miracle. Some people say more meetings means more money. Okay. So, all right. Now, this is a process. This is a journey, individual journey, whereby you're going to hone and master your craft, And so a skill is not like, boom, tomorrow I'll become really sharp in doing this. No, nobody's born and wake up and born and say, hey, I'm in the e-commerce space. We have to learn this. Same thing. If you're Uber driver, you have to learn some of the tricks, how to get good rating. People will give you, good rating on your service and whatnot. There's certain things that you do. I mean, I talked to Uber driver. They were telling me all these little tricks that they were doing. I said, oh, wow, So anyway, coming back to this, like anything else, you got to hone and master your crafts. If you really want to get good at what you do, got to work on yourself. Okay. Now, and then know your why, have a plan, and work your plan. So it's important for you to schedule an appointment with your sponsor or your upline leader. Say, listen, I want to book an appointment. I want to work on my plan. I want to set some goals and show me a way how to achieve my goals. Okay. And then remember, we are all architect of our journey. This thing called life, it's interesting, right? So many people are living like they're on a runaway train, and just days go past by us. But you know what? We are the architect of our journey. So you are in control. You can be in control of your journey. And so really learn to hone your craft. And this is an individual journey that you got to really have fun. Not every day is a rosy day, okay? But when you hold tight to your dream, when you know that you're going to get there, everything become a journey and have fun. And I remember when I was starting building this business, when I got into this industry, oh my God, I was so close to the screen. So when I got involved in this industry in the beginning, now when I look back, I would say that the most fun I had was the journey. Yes, there were trying days. When you don't have enough money in your bank account, and when your prospect said no to you, when your prospect ghosted you, it was hard. It was challenging, and it challenges your ego. It challenges like, what do you mean you say no? I helped you move. I loaned money to you, and I was your customer. I bought things from you, and you say no. But all that is part of the journey. When you know that whatever that you want, you're going to get there, you're going to enjoy the journey. And I could tell you that the last 32 years, my God, I can't believe, yeah, 32 years. When I look back, there were times I wake up in the morning, I didn't know where the next prospect would come from because you got ghosted. You got all the people that said no to you. And it's like, okay, where do I go? But you just hold tight on your dream, on your why. That I knew back then, 32 years ago. I said, someday I'm going to make it big. Someday I'm going to make my parents proud. Someday I'm going to make me proud. So it was a journey for me to hone my craft. And to master my craft. And so I hope this onboarding has been helpful to you. Whatever your dream may be, whatever your goals are, I know when you're willing to put forth the work, you will get there. So with that, thank you for tuning in. And every Monday, we're different speakers doing an onboarding call. So I look forward to meeting you guys and seeing you guys in one of our conventions. Thank you so much and much success to you.